是 launch，launch mention 是。
A wingman. Hundreds of years ago, there was a guy who was also a dreamer, like me. One day, there was a great idea came up to his mind. Bing! He wanted to fly like a bird. He didn't hesitate. He installed himself with a pair of wings on his back and climbed up to the top of the mountain. He made his minor, humble beginning step. He jumped and he fly into the deepest valley and died. Then on this chair, fellow Toastmasters, dear friends. He was the guy who exactly started the dream of human being to launch ourselves into the sky. Do you enjoy his unexpected result from his humble beginning that we now could fly in the air and what? But have you also hesitated to make that humble first step? I had a dream to speak good English in my personal career life. But I have to accept the terrible reality. I was working in a domestic company. During that couple of years I was working there, you know what? How many English I've said there was no more than what I've said in a single regular Toastmaster meeting. I've been struggling for so many times. I want to make a minor, humble beginning step to make a change. But every time I made up my mind and hesitated. I walked back and forth and back. Finally, I couldn't bear it anymore. I dashed into my boss' office and burst myself out. I wanna quit. What? You wanna quit? Sorry, buddy, what you have said? Well, my boss was speaking to another guy who also wanna make a change. He was surprised at my words the first time, but then he surprised me with his words. You wanna quit, right? You can either make another step outside the company or make some changes inside the company. It's up to you. Or otherwise, you just stay there doing nothing like what you have done before, just keep hesitating. It's also up to you. Up to me? Bang! Look at what I've done before in my career. I always keep complaining that my job was that dull white paper. But every time I met a chance, I just keep hesitating and hesitating. After the words with my boss, now I was equipped with a pair of wings and hunting for any humble beginning. Later on, just a couple of months, I grew up a chance to speak English. I will go abroad in Japan and then speak English with my Italian customers. I've convinced my boss I will be the interpreter. Either I will make my customer understand my English or timid them by my perfect English. I couldn't stop myself and reached my Italian customer and started, "Minasan sayonara." That was my beginning words. And later on, during the whole process, I kept making, let me think. Just look at my Italian customer. Wow, that's really a problem. At the last day, my Italian customer shook hands with every of my teammates except me. He looked at me. Oh, my fellow Mr. R. King. He gave me an Italian hug. Congratulations. We do understand you. Wow, that humble beginning. I lost nothing, you know. Not only I didn't feel any frustrated, but even I felt I was launched into the sky without a pair of wings. Just look back. What I've done, just kick my hesitation and make the humble minor step. Ladies and gentlemen, do you feel your career is a little bit down? Do you feel that your life was still a little bit boring? And do you feel you still have the motivation to launch your dream? Then don't hesitate to make that minor step. You know what? The minor step sometimes may be sad, may be disastrous, but sometimes may be joyful or hilarious. And with that humble beginning step, we composed a live picture with all kinds of vivid color. Do you still remember that guy with a pair of wings? What he led to us hundreds of years later, on July the 20th, 1969. The American astronaut Neil Armstrong, who first stepped on the land of the moon, and he spoke to us. It's a minor step of a man, but a giant leap of human being. Contest chair.